Ready?
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Uh-huh.
Boomerang. Boomerang.
Good afternoon.
Hi there.
Refresh your browsers, y'all, because today is Tuesday, March 27th, 2012.
Does it seem like a Tuesday?
No, it doesn't.
It seems like it should be a whole lot more later in the week, but maybe it's just me.
Well, you're listening to Room 3026 live.
Live.
Episode 495, a 60-minute conversation ranging from technology to pop culture. I'm your host, Damon Nolan, and we are broadcasting live right here in Durham, North Carolina. It is lunch hour in the Onyx Tower. Today, my co-host are Mr. Derek Brinson.
The world's funkiest man. Stay funky, my friends.
And Michael Render.
Doozy.
And as always, we encourage listener participation. That means that you can join the conversation. All you have to do is call us right now at the telephone 646-929-2689. Again, that's 646-929-2689. Or you can chat with us right now over here at blogtalkradio.com/Damon Nolan. I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Darren Tyler for providing our theme song. It's called Without You. And that reminds me that without you, we would not be where we are today. So let me say thank you very much for what you do. Turning to the chat room, let me say hi to Mr. Alan Tran, the man. Also want to say what's up to Guest 3660. Welcome to the show. Also, Neil Bishop is in the house. Welcome, sir. On today's episode, let me tell you what we're going to talk about in the first segment of the first part of the show. We're going to talk about email versus social media. I got some latest numbers on just how well social media is doing. Maybe it's something you should know. We're also going to take a look at the latest announcement from Xbox Live. Guess who's getting connected today? Oh, behave. We're going to talk about that and much, much more in this episode of Room 3026 Live.
Live.
Of course, it is Tuesday. And that means that we are just now starting off this week. And it's going to be a good week indeed. So let me, of course, say what's up to Derek Brinson and Michael Render. What's going on, gentlemen?
Everything
What's going on?
How's
funkily, we roll along.
how's life treating you right now?
It is.
It's cool.
It beats unemployment.
I'm
Yeah.
playing basketball today.
Oh, yeah?
Week 2. Yeah, I'm trying to get back, man. It was embarrassing last
Yeah.
weekend. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad when you lose to the Omegas. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, not even a full
See,
team of Omegas,
know,
like some has-beens.
Like little puppies running around here.
want to be Omegas with them, but they're not.
But that's bad when you can say little puppies and that they still beat you.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
It
called-
could be. It could be worse.
It's called
It
teamwork
It
and
could be.
organization.
It could be rude,
So-
or it could be more rude. But
Yeah.
I can just leave that where
Yeah,
it is.
I'm just glad it's not more rude.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I can
so
always be more rude.
did
I can't-
anything happen over the evening? Anything exciting happen on your neck of the woods?
No, not
Monday
really.
Night
Just,
Raw.
oh yes.
Derek don't ever watch it.
I keep abreast. There is
He
decent.
never watches it.
I don't have time to get to it live typically, but the synopsis show is on my DVR list, so I be catching all the highlights, and of course I'm on the internet listserv.
Yeah, WrestleMania is this Sunday.
Yep, Cena versus The Rock.
Mm.
That's huge.
Is it huge? That's a big thing?
That's bigger than
I don't
big.
think
Cena
made
versus
it,
The Rock is the big
They're
thing.
making it big. They're doing a good job of making it big.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what they do. That's those are the lessons that
That's
we can
the
all
amazing
learn
part.
from Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Yeah,
How to hype
market.
it just right.
yeah.
Let me ask you guys in the chat room, what's going on with you? Anything exciting? Anything going on in your
I will
neck
drop
of
the
the woods?
big elbow on y'all.
Anything exciting happening in your neck of the woods?
The Warriors coming back.
No, he's not.
He
The
might-
Warriors?
No, not the Warriors.
The Warrior. Man, they
The
Golden-
Warrior.
The Golden State Warriors?
no.
No.
They are not coming back either.
Mark Jackson, sorry. Man down, man
I
down.
mean, you know, I'm a fan, but no.
The Warrior.
The Warrior is not
The
coming back.
ultimate one.
Man, they're not even gonna let him out of Crazy House. Them enhancements then ate away at his brain and his boy parts and everything. He's through. And he's older than me.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, gosh.
Does he have an outfit or something?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my
What?
gosh.
What?
Let us not get started. We
Yeah,
should go
this
into
is-
Feed Watch. From
Okay,
Feed
well,
watch.
let's go to Feed
here.
Watch.
We should
then.
go into Feed Watch.
I don't know who that
Look,
is.
there is only one direction this conversation can go from here, and I don't. We'd
And
better
we're
served. We'd be better served giving them the news they could use. Yes.
All right.
Feed Watch.
All right,
Nice.
you say so, then that's
I'm just
what
telling
I do.
you. It's me and Mike. You know us. No. And you ain't had a rolled up newspaper nearby. Nothing.
All right. Well, Feed Watch, this is where we constantly give you the news that you can use because that's what we do.
It is, among other things.
Yeah.
So you best not snooze. You will not lose unless, of course, you just enjoy singing the blues.
Which we don't.
No one
Unless you
likes
don't.
that. No one likes that.
No.
If you don't know the Warrior, you should sing.
That man is singing the blues about his career, man. Have you been checking at his Twitter feed?
Yes.
It just gets crazier and crazier and crazier. That man he's insane.
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
So the question is
Yes.
email
He's so
versus email versus social media. Which one do you think is more popular right now?
Depends on how you measure
Well,
popularity.
Email.
And I like to I'll just to put it out there. Let's look at email versus social media worldwide.
Email.
Okay, what do you say?
It depends on how you measure popularity. I would not say my email is very popular because sometimes
Okay,
it ticks me off
okay.
and there's a bunch of junk in there that I
How
don't want to see and I
many-
can't filter it out like I can.
Which one do you think gets more of a usage?
I check.
In
I probably
terms
check
of-
my
in terms
email.
of time or in terms
You,
of
come on.
in terms of time or in terms
I don't know.
of concentrated attention.
Do you want that in minutes, hours? Like what do
No,
you
the
want?
measurement is not as
Milliseconds.
important. It is the metrics that are important.
I don't know.
The actual.
How about you just guess?
Put it like this: you check,
Which one do
probably
you
check
think-
your email more often than you check social media.
I think most people spend more time in email than they do in social media, in the aggregate.
I can go days without checking social media. I don't know if I could do that without email. Your
Yeah.
bills come in there,
and it also
notifications,
Well, yeah, and it also
important
depends
ones.
on whether or not we're talking about whether we do doing this for because we have to, or because, or whether I choose which one of these
It's popular
these
to pay
conventions I
bills.
choose.
And
Okay.
unpopular
I
to
mean,
pay broke.
that's a vague question for.
Well, I had to get the question out there.
I get that for an aspiring number
Email.
nerd like myself, that you're supposed to ask these questions before you can
So,
distill numbers into
I think
like
I heard
truthful things.
Email.
Then I think I heard email.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what I think I heard.
Derek said
The-
email.
Okay.
I said it depends on how you measure it.
Well, the answer is it depends.
Thank you.
I don't know. Well,
Numbers.
according to a private research firm called Ipsos, IEP, what's IEP? IPSOS.
Yeah, I see. Nice.
They polled 19,216 adults in 24 different countries last month, and they found that 85% of the people who they polled used the internet for,
Email.
Email.
yeah.
If you're talking about adults, that's easy.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if the adults have like day jobs, and if you're talking about where they choose to go or where they end up going, that's an easy call too.
Yeah, 85%.
Dude, you got a job, you got to check your email.
85%. 62% of those polled said they use it for social networking.
I do not remember the last time I have heard tell of a supervisor telling someone that he supervises, dude, you better check your social media in case I try to get in touch with you. That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Not yet.
No.
Dude, you better be checking
You
your Twitter
better-
feed. You better
yeah.
be checking your Twitter feed because I might be trying to reach you.
You better check it.
Yeah.
You better check it, man.
You have to check your Twitter feed twice a day in case I'm trying to reach you. That's not going to happen. At least not
Not
anytime
yet.
soon.
Not yet. Although I do get that from like Tim. Tim gets on me, or Aaron. They get on me a lot about the dude. Answer your Twitter. Did you see my
Yeah.
Twitter?
I get that. I get that.
Your at mentions.
Did you get it? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
See, mine's come to my
until,
email.
Until employers get to that point, then I think email. Until employers get to that same position, I think email's always going to win if you're going to measure it in that way. Sure.
Well, Karen Gottfried, a research manager at Ipsos, said that, and this is the quote, if you think about it, the internet was first used for sending letters online. It shouldn't be surprising then that they were using a digital version of sending a letter. But the fact is that a majority of people are using the internet for social networking is really a paradigm shift because there's no equivalent in the offline world.
That is well stated.
And when you look at across the globe, at least in the 24 countries that they polled, we see that social media is really high in places like Argentina. 76% of the people polled use it. Russia, 75%. South Africa, 73%. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I always have this thing like of Egypt, Africa, Israel as like these dusty towns with a bunch of little, half naked folks or with Jesus shoes on.
Jesus shoes?
Yeah, sandals.
Oh. I thought you would just say sandals.
Well, I call them Jesus shoes, because he probably wore some. Anyway, I was thinking that these dusty towns, like, why would they have the internet? But then my mom one time went overseas and she said, no. It looks just like here. It just happened to be in the Middle East, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, South Africa, 73%. And in countries like Japan, social media is not used as much. 35% of their people polled only use it. 42% in Saudi Arabia. Another use outside of email and social networking.
A lot of Middle Eastern countries, social media is less private than it is less. Let's say it's more dangerous because the government monitors those things so closely as opposed to email, which you don't really broadcast your thoughts to the rest of the world or so the social media paradigm would present it to you. So if you're doing that and your government is really paranoid about the dirt that it's doing to its own people,
right.
Social media presents a level of physical risk.
Sure.
So I could see where a lot of Middle Eastern countries, or at least as they are presented in our news media,
right.
that might really seem to suppress the use of social media. I get that.
Voice over IP is another service that they use. It looks like voice over IP is used 14% of the people across the globe are using it. In Russia, 36%, Turkey, 32%, India, 25%, and right here in the U.S., only 6% of us are even using voice over IP right now.
Really?
Yeah, only 6%. That's crazy. I thought I would have been higher than that.
I would too.
I mean, we're using it right here in our office.
Yeah, our office phone system is voice over IP, and with the Google Voice being essentially free to cut down on your minutes if you have any minute limitations.
But that's not really Google Voice, though, is it?
Google Voice is voice over IP. Google Voice is voice over IP.
But if it goes like to your cell phone, it's
yeah,
not.
well, yeah, you're gonna have to cut your cell phone. Yeah, you're gonna have to cut off your access to your wireless to your cellular provider and use just the Wi-Fi connection to use Google Voice. Or of course, you can use Google Voice from your computer if you have an internet connection and your cell phone is not pinged for that.
Good point.
Which is to say, if I'm at home and I want to make a phone call and I've got a restrictive number of minutes on my plan, I'm gonna get on Google Voice if I were frugal.
Right.
And everyone knows I am not, but I'm nowhere close to as frugal as you, of course. But then again, who is?
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Well, let's move on to Xbox. Let's talk about Xbox Live.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So there are 3 new announcements today that Xbox Live is making, or better yet, 3 new services that are being launched today. The first one is called HBO Go.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Google Play. Dang.
What? HBO Go is on the Xbox?
As of today, it is now available. HBO Go.
Only my piece of less than desirable substance cable provider would play ball with HBO.
Who's that?
Time Warner Cable.
Oh yeah.
I don't see the
Time
sweetness.
Warner. Time Warner. I don't know if it's in Cary and Raleigh or that whole swath is they. I don't know how they negotiate with the HBO, but at this point, They keep
You still
saying
can't get on HBO Go?
that is.
Oh, man, that sucks.
I don't know. It may have changed. This was I checked it like a month ago, and they keep pointing the finger at each other. HBO Go says, "Talk to Time Warner Cable and tell them you want HBO Go," and I talk to Time Warner Cable and says,
Talk to the other one.
"Yeah, HBO Go.
Talk to the hand.
HBO Go doesn't let us have it yet."
Mm.
And then HBO Go said, "Well, heck no, we're not going to let them have it. They're supposed to pay for it, and they're not paying like everybody else is paying." So it was just funny.
Well, one thing I found out
The
is
back and forth between tech support.
they said that, and I found this to be interesting. They said that they are basically providing their entire catalog of shows. Right?
Really? Because if I turn on my cable box and go to the on-demand stuff, and you know, some like I wanted to catch up on Game of Thrones, I couldn't get the entirety of the first season.
You can now.
Not at once. I mean, you know, they had like the last, you know, 1 week they had the first 6 shows, and the next
Right.
week they had the next 6 shows or something like that.
You can now.
As
a matter of fact-
suck it now.
And I saw that and I said, oh my gosh. They said their complete, comprehensive, entire catalog will now be available, whether it's Deadwood, Band of Brothers, Entourage,
Loved Deadwood.
Eastbound and Down,
and
Game of Thrones, Boardwalk
The Wire.
Empire.
Do you have to have some,
Tens of thousands of their shows are now available in its entirety.
Do you have to
online.
have HBO?
Yes.
Yes. You gotta have you gotta be able to get access to this.
You gotta be able to. You gotta be paying
And
for
I have
HBO
to pay for
and you gotta have
Xbox
HBO Gold.
Live.
Gold.
No, well the thing is,
Yeah.
if you HBO Go, you can get it.
Gold-
I mean, you don't
gold
need the
standard.
Xbox. You don't need Xbox to get HBO Go. You can get HBO Go on the Droid, which
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you want to watch it
my
on
peeps
your
in Cali,
TV
too.
set the way
On
that
your
they intend to,
Xbox.
and use voice recognition to say, go do X, Y, and Z,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
these are things
That's
that
a
you
lot
can
of
do.
money.
Is the chat room dead or what's going on?
I don't know.
Ain't nobody said nothing.
I don't know.
That's a lot of
According
money.
to yours, it looks like it's dead.
It's a lot of money.
But I found it interesting because unlike Hulu or Netflix, where they take videos up and down, what they're saying is HBO Go will not take it down. It is now like all shows,
It's still a lot of money though.
right?
It is, but
old
by
shows.
all indications, HBO Go is ready to go. It is ready to HBO Go in and usurp Netflix as a channel of as a content service provider. They're ready at any given moment to say, okay, you no longer have to pay your cable company, except for some of the deals that they negotiated with the cable companies in order to get the cable companies to provide the HBO Go service for their providers. They have to wait for that stuff to expire now, because like I was just I alluded to earlier, some of the cable service providers were playing hardball with HBO. Look, if I'm gonna give you my customer's name to get them username and passwords, how do I know what you're gonna do with that stuff?
Right.
So how far are we from this like a la carte type of?
A long way.
Oh, we are.
Yep.
You think?
Yep.
I don't.
Yep.
I don't. I think HBO.
I just
is,
don't understand.
I think HBO.
They're gonna
as the,
they're gonna milk this thing until they can't anymore.
Well, I think that the television networks like HBO, which is owned by Time Warner anyway, and they provide a whole lot of content outside of the HBO banner to other more conventional television stations. I think that they have come to the reality. They're learning what us at this table and in the chat room what we already know. The kids are never going to get a grown-up job and come back to the couch. The kids already got grown-up jobs, and we're not coming back to the couch. We want to watch this content when and where we want to watch it. That's just that.
No, I mean,
That-
don't
those-
get me wrong.
those
Would I
days are
like to
not
have
coming
it?
back.
Absolutely, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. I think it's going to happen eventually, but it's not going to be today.
I'm just
I
saying-
think you got to force these companies like HBO and these other stations to say, look, get off the darn cable company and come to where we can watch you individually.
Yeah, we'll pay for it.
I mean, but very much like the record companies, they are used to making their
Yeah.
money in a certain way, and when you
That's
make
it.
that kind of money,
That's the wackest excuse.
no, it's not. When
Yes,
you make
it
that
is.
kind of money, those changes that move away from, dude, you got to
Sound like the
dance. You got to
BCS
dance.
Bowl
You got to
committee.
dance with the ones which brung you. You know.
We sound like
Yeah.
the BCS Bowl.
Well, let me get to the
That's similar, but a little not quite as crazy.
let me get to the other two announcements. So the
You
other
got a cash cow,
announcement,
dude, you keep milking it.
the other announcement is and for those of you who are baseball fans, MLB
I am.
.TV is now live.
Yes.
That means that you
No.
can watch on Xbox Live 2,430 games that you can watch now live.
So I have the choice to pay my cable provider for that service, or I can just pay MLB directly, where it won't come on my cable system, but it will come on my internet and or my
there you go.
or my Wii.
But let me tell you how much you would pay.
I'm telling you, the world is moving in that direction.
Right. So let's assume that you wanted to watch it on DirecTV, right? Where you can get like the premium channels, right?
Yeah, the same as Time Warner Cable. That's an extra
feature, right? And right now, you can once this thing, once the games are over and they are like done recording or whatever, there'll be an HD quality replay. But here's the thing: if you try to go through DirecTV, you would spend $215 for a season, which they call the MLB Extra Innings.
Yep.
Which would be $35.99 a month. If you get it from now, the MLB TV Premium, which is only $124.99 for the year.
So you could go direct to the provider now and don't have to pay the
DirecTV
middleman charge.
Yep.
That's really a game changer. Even though Major League Baseball's viewership is going down, but I mean there are those that are there are those just radical baseball fans that are gonna watch that are gonna pay for that service anyway.
Yep.
I mean, a fan is a fan. You ain't no excuse for fandom.
That's right.
So
it's cheaper than going to the game, I suppose.
Well, I would imagine, given the choice, they would rather go. But they're
what about no peanuts and Cracker Jacks?
You can buy that and eat it at home.
I don't know. It's like
Make
the
some
difference.
hot dogs.
That's like the difference between going to a concert and watching a concert DVD.
Hey,
give me the concert any day. Any day.
And then lastly, the third announcement.
But clearly, the model is changing right before our very eyes.
The third announcement: Comcast Xfinity. The first time it's ever gone to any console is now coming to the Xbox Live as well, which means you'll be able to watch your entire cable right there through your single portal.
Wow. So in theory, could I pay for Comcast, just paying for the service, and then pay somebody else for my internet service providing? And I'm trying to figure out how.
I don't know all the details on that.
I'm curious about how that's working. That's very interesting.
But don't we have Comcast in this area?
Couldn't tell you.
Well,
not to the best of my knowledge. I don't know anyone in that. I don't know anyone in this area that's not paying Time Warner Cable for their cable bill.
A few minor notes here. If you do have streaming Comcast, and if you get content through your Xbox 360, it will not count against your monthly cap data cap if you have the service as well, the internet service as well.
Comcast does provide internet service like Time Warner.
Yep.
So if you're watching Comcast, if you're using Comcast, if you're using their video on demand via the IP protocol, then
you get as much as you want.
You don't. Okay.
Yeah.
That does partially answer my question.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
That's it.
What's going on in the chat room? Is it me or is
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Call it up.
I don't know.
Call it up on your end and see what's going on.
It's working.
I'm sitting here looking at the big screen. Is my stuff coming up?
Yeah.
All
right. Well, that's
that.
After the break, we're gonna go to Daily Booth real quick, and after the break, we're gonna go to Google is now announcing a new. You're gonna love this. Well, they're not ready to announce it just yet, but I have some rumors what they're getting ready to announce. Google is gonna stick it yet again to Facebook, and I'm going to tell you how in just a moment. And
this intrigues us.
One city in North Carolina is going to make it very hard for you to use your mobile phone while driving. I'm going to tell you which one.
Cackalack.
And its effects on you wherever you live right now. Yeah.
Even if I'm just using voice commands?
I'm going to tell you. You'll see.
I don't believe it.
All right, let's
they can't stop me.
Let's go to Daily Booth.
Don't tell me what to do. What did it look like? What are you wearing?
All right, Daily Booth is where we go to take pictures. It's a free website. You can go there right now. It's www.dailybooth.com. You can use your webcam, or you can use your cell phone, or you can just upload a picture, whatever is easiest for you. And once you do, you can share that URL with us right here in the chat room. And if you are new to the show, you have not quite jumped on board with that, what you can also do is go there, dailybooth.com/Damon Knoll. You can follow me, let me know you are a listener, and we'll follow you back. And while Mike Render is over there taking his picture, you guys can...
wait, Mike. Hold on for a second. This is important. Yes. There we go.
This is me pausing for
Yes.
the picture.
Mr. DeMille.
Yeah.
Ready for my close up now. Wait.
All right.
Do it again.
So anyway, feel free to post your picture in the chat
oops.
room, and we'll take a look at it once
I
you
wasn't
do.
ready. My mouth was open.
Neil says burrowing owl rescue yesterday. Cute
know.
little fellow,
Dude,
little fellow. And we'll go see what he's doing on his neck of the woods.
Neil is the bird man.
Yeah. So we got the bird man,
Except for not of
the Lego man, the man.
Uncle Funky Man. Right?
I'm not gonna say that.
Silence.
Silence is golden. All right.
Oh, you will.
Yeah, a very beautiful bird indeed. I wouldn't want to mess with one of those owls, by the way.
Birds of prey.
Yeah, those claws look
Dude.
dangerous.
Dude,
Dangerous.
This cat. Well, this bird will eat my cat.
All right. So let's jump in then to
Wow.
yeah. Look at those long legs too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with
Man,
them.
my cat wouldn't stand a chance.
No, I fear for any mouse or any other prey that's on the bottom. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So I'm so excited about this. I don't know why I'm excited, but I am. I mean, well, I do know why I'm excited, because I'm always looking for the next best thing, right? So if you've been following my blog for any length of time, one of the things you'll know is that I am using, or have used in the past, the Facebook commenting system.
Yeah.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yes, I
Nope.
do.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I do.
Yes. I'm getting ready to tell you that Google is going to launch its own commenting system. Now, there's no surprises here, I'm sure.
Really?
I'm almost positive there's no surprises here. According to this rumor, and again, it's not official as of yet, but this is under really good authority, they are going to tie this new commenting system to their Google Plus platform, right? Which will also tie to their web services and their web search.
Really?
What?
Yes. Which means
Anything that ties to the search means Google wins.
exactly. Because think about this: if I post this commenting system on my blog or a website, like we have one here at Central,
Okay.
right? You would use your G Plus account to leave a message. Probably, you would leave a message, and then it would automatically be searchable via Google search. So now, if you do a comment that talks about
So searchable comments.
right, talking about the Durham Bulls, for example, right?
Or yeah, or
and somebody types in Durham Bulls,
or anything having to do with social media and technology, that stuff that we talk about. If
Right,
I am
if you
searching
leave a
for,
comment.
if I'm searching for some particular subgenre of that, and that is where the comments get picked up by using the Google commenting system,
Yep.
it's gonna show up in the search. So when I'm
Yep.
looking for information on that particular
Yep.
subject that upon which you have posted, I will find you. And if you continue to use Facebook, then we are both shown. Dude.
This is good because
Dude.
if you talk about something on your blog and then people are having conversations about it, what it does is it increases the keyword searches,
Of course.
right? So that if I have a page that uses a bunch of these words, and maybe the words that are being used in the commenting area are not actually in your original post, but they're only in the comments,
Wow.
it still brings people to the page.
Alright, so even if we have some kind of like side conversation about something that has nothing to do with your original post,
It gets added to the keywords that are on that page.
Kind of digresses to something like a related matter.
Right.
Oh yes, I tried to do that once using JavaScript, and even though your post was about Cold Fusion, then
Right.
if I'm looking for some JavaScript trickery, I'm still gonna find you.
And don't forget
Cool.
about social search, because don't forget,
Ouch.
if you're doing a search and one of your friends who's using Google Plus, for example, is doing a keyword search and just happens to find that comment.
Ouch.
Yes.
Man,
You
I
see where
would
this is
be
going?
mad than a bad word if I was Facebook.
I know they are.
I
So
would be going
yeah.
into full tilt.
I am not
Yosemite Sam
surprised
mode.
at all.
Horn bracken, rissa fracken, raggle fracken.
Somebody's going to court on this one.
I think not. I think
somebody's going to someone's going to sue just to slow them down. Say, are you
Facebook
serious?
cannot stop Google from
Right?
using its services to promote
Are
its
you
services.
suggesting to tell me that your search results for your commenting system is going to get a higher preference than mine? And then they're going to say, well, we're only using social search. You can turn off social search anytime you want to.
I think the real verdict would be from any judge worth his salt. Dude, build your own search engine.
Right? Right?
Mr. Zuckerberg, you had the capabilities. This ain't doing you no harm.
Mm-hmm.
Build your own.
There's Bing and there's other ones, right?
Build your own search engine.
So the question, so obviously we know this is going to be a rival to Facebook. So there's no surprises there, right? Clearly,
yeah,
and you're not going to want to do both.
And they made no mistake about it. I mean, they weren't even
Right.
When Google Plus first came out. They made no bones about their ultimate intentions. Look, we are going to take over the internet, thusly the world, and we're going to try to be nice about it.
Mm-hmm.
Duh.
We tried to work with y'all, but y'all didn't want to work with us.
So,
right? Twitter, we tried to put you on our search results, but then you guys didn't want to work with us no more.
Y'all want to get nasty.
So we're gonna do our own.
Y'all
right?
Y'all was the ones that
We
got
can
nasty.
just build Google Plus.
We did fine.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Now the question remains: how is this gonna affect those other services like Discuss or Livefire or other ones very similar to that? How is that gonna affect them? Because this is all they do. Clearly, as far as I'm concerned, this could almost shut down some of these services.
I think
Maybe the word "shut down" is not the right term.
I mean,
right.
they're totally.
But it could really put a hurting on them.
Yeah, they totally gut
That's
them.
right.
I mean, that is what Microsoft has done. That's how Microsoft has been doing business for a long time. They embrace and then proprietize burgeoning technologies. And I mean, think about all the FTP clients that were in use in the mid to
What's
late
FTP?
Exactly.
Mhm.
The mid to late 80s. But then by the
What
end
is
of
that?
the FTP era, there was just one, and you could use it in your Internet Explorer browser. That's all you needed, really.
So clearly, this is going to put a hurting then on these services like Discuss. We use Discuss here at the Central,
Yeah.
right? And if this rolls out, this could really. Now, of course, there are certain things I really like about Discuss and even Livefire that I'm using now on my blog. I actually took off. I don't know if I told you guys this. I took off Facebook and Discuss from my page altogether. You know, and there was, yeah.
I mean,
I
they
know,
both.
right?
I mean, they both have their ups and downsides.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I like about Livefire right now is there's a feature that's very similar to Comment Love. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that at all.
Yeah, through Miss Eileen's blog.
There's a little thing. It's like a little tail that attaches to every post that you post, or every comment that you post, and it says, "Here's the last blog post that I commented on," right? And then it has a link back to your blog, which I think is very cool. And that's something that Discuss does not currently do, whereas Livefire does. So that, and there are a few other really cool features that I like. There's a conversation piece that Livefire does that if I leave a comment, it automatically shoots up and says, "Hey, someone else just left a comment as well." So that's kind of cool. But either way, yeah, that's the question right now: is how is that going to affect these other services? And here's another little extra piece just for you. Also in the rumor mill is that Google is going to also roll out vanity URLs, for Google Plus.
I'm a vain man.
Right, so if you if you
I'm
go to
the
your
vainest
Google
straight man
Plus,
you'll ever see.
go to your Google Plus account right now. You see this like Google Plus or plus.google.com / and then it has like a bunch of numbers.
And a sexy man.
Right, like no one really can remember your username if it's like that.
Yes.
So they're gonna be rolling that out very soon. So maybe finally I can use my name, Google Plus / my name.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
be kind of cool.
Yes.
All right, so okay, now this next story, as I switch gears, this next story,
You
it's
just said that you were switching gears.
is switching gears. This next story, it's a local story at first, but I think it's gonna have national. You're gonna feel it where you are. I really think this is the case, right?
And
So
it's got
here,
nothing to do with Carolina basketball?
no, none at all.
Mercifully.
Go
Thank
Heels.
goodness. The township of Chapel Hill, which is located here in North Carolina, they have moved to ban mobile and Bluetooth devices while driving.
And Bluetooth?
And Bluetooth.
Yes. Yes.
So
This-
if I have a headphones plugged into my phone, that doesn't count, right?
It does count.
But he said Bluetooth.
Anything.
That's mobile, though.
Anything that is related to a hands-free device, a handheld cell phone, anything that would take your attention away from driving.
So wait.
So no more MP3 players.
So I was gonna say,
cause a
so
problem.
I can't listen to the radio neither.
Nope.
They didn't say that.
See, that's the whole thing.
But the radio's mobile because the car's moving.
I was gonna say, how do you make a distinction, officer,
Mhm.
between my use of a podcast player to play back my favorite tech pod feeds on my way home from work than listening to an AM radio
conversation.
talk show? How do you make that distinction?
Well, this
officer?
is what it says. It says the ban goes beyond the convention of just outlawing handheld cell phones to now include wireless calling systems such as Bluetooth headsets in a total crackdown of all phone-related activity from motorists. That's the verbiage they're using. Anything that resembles
So you can listen to music. Cool.
anything that resembles a telephone or some sort of mobile thing like that
This
will
is a
cause a problem.
conspiracy. A
Like what? Hold up,
CEO
like what?
in conspiracy to keep these tired CD burning businesses in business when
Yes.
Yeah,
I
right.
object. I object.
I don't even have a CD player no more.
See, now you have to go buy one or
Ox.
else you'll be in violation of the law.
But obviously, I was just switching my songs.
The town
You were
council.
touching your phone.
The town council.
You short. Go to jail.
The town council had a vote of 5 versus 4, and I really think this is going to have some widening effects because according to their council member Donna Bell, she said, "I wish it was coming from the state though." But it doesn't seem that the state is going to do anything at this point. If they take it from Chapel Hill, I'll be perfectly happy with that. Now, we don't have a date just yet as to when this is going to go into effect, but I'll tell you now, if you guys are driving through Chapel Hill, put your phone down. Now, the local police chief said, this ruling is going to be very hard to enforce.
That's kind of what I was saying.
Right.
Officer, how you going to distinguish me changing channels?
Yeah.
You
Changing
gonna look at me using my
changing
phone.
MP3 files.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard. And he says also the ordinance is a secondary violation, which means that an officer cannot pull you over because you are on a handheld device or feels like you may be. He has to, first of all, he or she has to pull you over on another offense like speeding,
Or I saw you,
a broken light,
or I saw you move in between
your
lanes.
seatbelt is
Loose.
I saw you.
Right.
I saw you swerve over into that other lane. You crossed the line. Why? Oh, it's because you were paying attention to your MP3 player.
Oh.
Go to jail.
so
Hey, Damien, I think you have a guest on the phone. Possibly. Maybe.
No. Who is it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not answering the phone if I don't know who it is.
Really?
If you know who it is, then you should tell me.
Somebody you know.
Really?
Mhm.
It's like one of those like Pee Wee Playhouse. Like, Pee Wee, you have a guest, Pee Wee.
Yeah.
It's Ranger Bob.
I ain't want to talk to no dog on Ranger Bob. Ranger Bob ain't got a bit of sense. You've been messing all up in the playhouse.
All right, I'll go to the phones in a second. Let me get through the rest of this story. So, we don't know when it's going to go into effect, but there's going to be some leeway to this. Okay, it says that you are allowed to make an emergency telephone call,
I was calling you, Ossifer.
but
You got my number. Go to jail.
You will have to verify if you get pulled over for that. You'll have to verify that it was in fact an emergency number that you were talking. So, like if you're rushing to the hospital and you're like, "Hey, I'm coming in,"
I need an escort,
blah
Ossifer.
blah 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 blah. You got to be able to show that.
I'm late for court.
And
got
You late
charged
for jail. Go to jail.
I charged for using my cell phone.
And something else I didn't know, and this is another interesting fact, that if you're in the state of North Carolina, you cannot even think about using a phone while under the age of 18.
Ossifer.
If you are under the age of 18 and you have a phone anywhere near you that looks like you were on a telephone, they can that's
Ossifer.
illegal.
I'm 18 in like 3 minutes.
I'm
I got
sorry,
my birth
sir.
certificate with the minutes on it.
It ain't gonna happen.
Take your young carcass to jail.
I thought that was
Go to
interesting.
Ossifer, I wasn't even thinking about it. It was just
Yeah, you
vibrating.
were.
I got this tattoo from Nokia.
Oh yeah, that's hot.
Nice.
I don't have that.
Well
also,
done.
Also for
All right, let me go to the phones real quick. I see that I have a special guest.
How you know it's special?
I
Might
don't
just
know.
be a guest.
Hey, 755, you're on the air.
Oh, so y'all ain't gonna answer the phone, huh?
I didn't know exactly, so it's
Y'all ain't gonna answer the phone.
it was
Wait,
scary.
Murphy, man.
It was
This ain't
it
y'all.
was scary,
This ain't
man.
y'all.
He
You
was
need to-
like, yo, you got a special guest on the phone.
This
I'm like, I
ain't-
don't know who
This ain't
how
got
do you
nothing
know?
to do
'Cause
with- This ain't
But I
no
just heard
y'all
you
answering the
call
phone.
me
This is
Pete Show.
Damon Nolan answering the phone. Wait, whose name
Right.
is at the end of the URL? blogtalkradio.com. Look, /Damon
But how
Nolan.
does-
That's who you need to talk to.
but how does Mike Render know before I know?
Man,
Like
I
that was
got-
like
I
that
got-
was
I
the
got a
thing.
text message
Like that was the thing that got me. Like, how does he know
while doing the show
before
so
I
you
know?
can't pull me over.
Right. So yeah. So what do you think, man?
Anyway, two things.
Wait. You might want to introduce yourself first. Who this? I mean, I know who this is.
I said it in the first time, man.
Oh.
My
Who?
name is Mr. Murphy.
Mr. Murphy. It's Eddie.
Yo, on the
You
on
know
the
Charlie's
issue with
funnier.
with the whole cell phone situation.
Yeah.
There is a loophole thing that y'all didn't read. It's like you can talk on the phone when you pull up at a light, but when the light turns green, you got to put it back down.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
that's in the verbiage too.
I had no clue.
Very interesting.
So
Also, for the
you
light
can
was yellow.
Yeah. So I was checking my phone while I was at the red light.
So like, what if you're not moving and the light's green? Like,
If the lights
that's-
when does the light move?
I said, what if you're not moving and the light's green?
So
You know how, like,
are you
how
on the side of the road?
Like, you know how like you're in
Yeah,
the
you could be on
intersection
the side
and
of
you're
the road
looking
when the
down
when the light turns
and you
green.
like, you know,
No,
people
that-
honking at you like, go, go,
Yeah.
go. But you was looking
I
at
can
the
see that.
phone, so that might be a reason why he pulling you over because you should be going.
Well, I mean, as we've talked about on the show earlier, if you are paying attention to your phone, you stand as much of a chance of getting
Right.
into a collision as if you were drunk. And
Sure.
everybody claims that they're better at multitasking than those people that took the test, but you aren't.
Right.
Wake up, Dorothy.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can eat, drive with my leg, and be on the phone texting.
Yes, and you can
And
have
you put
accident.
yourself at risk.
Ain't
That's right.
swerving.
And I have, not me, but I'm quoting people that have the
Uh-huh.
same sentiment.
Yeah.
I can have a couple of beers on my way home from my favorite bar and do it all the time and ain't been in no wreck yet.
Nah, I ain't doing
I
that.
do bill bonds.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he said he does do bail bond, and he'll help you out. No problem.
I wouldn't be making these claims that I don't do that. You might want to go talk to a younger incarnation of myself.
Well, let me first of all say thank you to Q. Thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, indeed.
If anyone knows, I know it's you.
That's right. You know, this is the only way I can get in touch with y'all. So, I figure y'all don't never answer your tweets, cell phones, or
Hey.
So
email.
we just had a conversation about that too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I understand that.
Well,
So,
what's wrong with them?
stick around. Stick
wrong with
around.
y'all?
We love to talk to you some more. All right. And let me switch gears. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna go to Blog Roll. But after the Blog Roll, we're gonna talk about a movie, Bully.
Ah,
Yeah.
I
There's
heard tell.
some latest information about the movie
yeah,
Bully. I
I-
thought you
I've seen
guys
I've seen
may
a bunch
find
of
interesting.
bunch of tweets about it. I haven't had a chance to dig it up any further than that because it's been very eventful at work.
Did you say belly?
No,
Uh,
Bully.
oh, my bad.
All right, we're gonna go Blog Roll.
Rolling with your hostesses,
And not your business.
not your mistresses. I'm not your
All right.
nemesis. We're more than one host, so we're the hostesses.
Blog Roll is when we take a look at what you guys
so
are
don't tell
writing,
me pause.
what you're putting out there into the blogosphere. Today we got two stories that I want to share with you. The first one comes from my friend and crewmate Tim Ponder. From his, I guess it's Tim Arthur from his blog, timponders.com.
Yeah, pretty much.
timponders.com. This one is called, Would You Give a Potential Employer Your Facebook Login Credentials to Land a Job?
I saw that.
Yep.
I haven't had a chance to read it.
It's what it actually is actually it's sort of it's a link to our weekend show that would be the Tech Monks, and what he has done is he has shared the entire show with you on his blog. So
There you go.
where we talked more about this because I think many of us are in the same boat. No, we wouldn't do it. No, we would not give it away. But we did.
You know what? I actually thought about that and
You would give it
and
away?
reconsidered. If
Really?
the money, if the
Amen.
If the price is right, yes. But I think that if an employer is going to treat me like that
Mm-hmm.
because of my unconventional approach and my irreverent sense of humor, I probably wouldn't get hired from that kind of tight butt cheeked company anyway. Sure,
Yeah.
sure. If they're talking about like a whole lot of money, yeah, I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like I got anything to hide. I
Like
got
the
not like I got
FBI.
anything I'm ashamed of. But I, you know, how close can you hold to that principle for, to what gain? It's I don't like the idea, but man,
Like, why would
I
you?
would like to, I would like to be able to say, but dude, that's a lot of money.
He says, "Hey, by the way, can I put this camera into your bedroom too? By the way,
Well,
that'd be awesome."
See,
Oh, yeah.
I just don't see that
Let me
much.
watch you sleep.
I just don't see that much
Yeah.
money.
Let me watch you sleep.
I just don't believe that much
I
money
paid
exists.
to watch you sleep.
I mean, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
but there. I mean,
Like, if
but
you
they're
really
not-
want to watch me, I'm not that interesting. I just sit around. Like, if you were to watch me in the house, you would
Yeah,
be
but
bored.
But that's just
Really,
Too,
there's nothing that we do
yes,
that's
true.
so
but-
amazing.
But even, but that's just too freaky for any amount of money to allow. That's just too freakish.
And nothing like that happens in my room
I
anyway.
mean, you know, there's nothing to see here.
So, yeah.
Not yet.
If you want to see a
Just
dude
I'm
with
just
like
I'm just a normal
you know,
American male doing
two
regular
chins,
American male stuff.
getting dressed in the morning, hey,
I'm
have at
brushing
it.
my teeth.
Yeah,
Come on now.
this is
Look at
me
me.
taking a Calgon bath.
Calgon.
Whoop-de-doo.
All right, yeah,
Right?
Really? That's what you. That's
That's the things that I do. Take a Calgon bath, right?
Do you like my
Shave, right? Gargle. There's
Do you
nothing
wanna see me
attractive
gargle?
goes on in that room.
I don't see why would you want to
So-
do that. What's the excitement about that?
I don't know,
Are
but
you excited?
but that's kind of what, if you look at my Facebook page, that's what you would get too. Like, dude, really?
That's
that's
exactly where I'm
exciting.
getting at.
like,
You know,
really? Do you really care about
my
what I'm
Facebook
talking
stuff
about?
is
here?
pretty immaterial.
I'm not doing any back tweeting or sending any secret messages to anybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you wanna
that's
tweet
kind of
my
where that's
back?
kind of where
Yeah.
I'm at. I guess there is that much money. I just don't think I'm ever going to get that. If
Are
you're
you excited?
not
about
not from the
tweeting my
kind of guy that
back?
wants to see that wants my username and password. You can see what I'm doing on Facebook. I'll friend you up,
Yeah, it's
We
all
can-
there.
We can friend
It's
each
all
other.
there.
but my username and password. Come on,
Mike, you sound really scary.
you're frightening me, man.
Yeah,
What?
don't come around my house.
Stop
you want
that.
to work for me, don't you?
No.
No,
Give me your username and password.
no.
Aaron K. White writes a
the camera
blog.
in the
I
room.
changed my mind.
Aaron K. White from his blog, AaronKWhite.com. AaronKWhite.com. You can tell this dude to write more. That's all I got to say.
Yes, he's a really good writer.
His
Aaron, you
article
need to write more.
is called "Delivering a Bunch of Mediocre Features: Why I Redesigned an iPhone App." And in this article, and I'll share this URL with you in the chat room. In this article, Aaron talks about a local sports news show that rolled out an app, and he says the app was so bad, and the previous one worked. It wasn't great, but it worked. Then they upgraded it to something new, and it was horrible. So he said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to redesign for you. I'm going to redesign your app for you, and I'm going to give you a mock-up that you can use. You have to go there right now and see at the bottom. You can see what he did. I think, this guy is talented. Let me just say that. This dude is talented. So did an outstanding job creating an app for this service.
Ah, yes.
Right? Yeah. He covers all the thing. The navigation is supposed to be easier. He talks about his thumb being big, and he just wants to be able to, get in there. So, anyway, yeah, go check him out.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
big
do.
thumbs.
Go check
Will
him
do.
out. That's
Let me get your username and password
You need to stop.
AaronKWhite.com,
on
AaronKWhite.com,
Facebook.
and go check him out.
Doing that.
Man, Aaron, you supposed to be helping me redesign something.
Y'all are.
Dang, I gotta get in line.
Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all are
Give me your
unnerving me.
username and password
No. All right.
so you can thumb wrestle.
So there's a movie that has been getting a lot of attention right now in the news, and it's not Hunger Games.
Why not?
There's
Because there are too many middle school students there. That's why.
there's a movie called Bully, and it is a movie that has gotten a lot of press because it is so bad that it initially got an R rating.
What?
Yeah, an R rating.
Okay.
Without-
Like bad, like
Like bad meaning like bad.
Like, don't go see it bad.
Yeah,
or,
because what happened was this movie is a documentary about bullying in the schools. Our young people are being bullied, and so these filmmakers came into these places where young people are, and they essentially just recorded what's going on. Right underneath our noses, and because of the curse words that are in this movie,
kind of bad. I see.
what you mean, like
the
I was thinking
MPAA
of Michael Jackson bad.
gave it an R rating.
Yeah, sure.
And so a 17-year-old Katie Butler,
Adult
who
language, that'll do it.
is she says
Even
she's
when-
a
even when the kids use
lesbian and a victim of bullying, wanted this to be shown in the schools. So she created a change.org petition that she said, I'm going to give to the MPAA to lessen the rating from an R to a PG-13 so that we can play this in the schools.
Why wouldn't you just go to the producers and have them have a bleeped out version?
Well, that's interesting because the director says that he does not want to go back and change that because that is not realistic.
That's
That's how this is how people are talking.
I get that the artistic and the artistic
Integrity.
artistic.
I mean, this is
I get that.
this is real.
Yeah, okay.
How can I build a documentary if I bleep out every other word?
Okay.
these son of a bunnies keep bullying me.
But Katie Butler, this 17-year-old young lady, actually traveled around the nation, and she got over 200,000 signatures to get this rating reduced. And it's gotten a lot of press on the news in many different places, and they got a lot of people talking. Like,
I was getting ready to say,
like,
you got to think the movie producer is very, very happy with their efforts.
Absolutely,
One would think.
way more attention to this. She was trying to get to 500,000 signatures, but she got 200,000. And as a matter of fact, the Weinstein Company, this is the company that I guess is producing this movie, made a decision to ensure that anyone under 17 would not be restricted from seeing this film. So basically what's happened in this announcement is that instead of dropping it down to a PG-13, the MPAA just took the rating off. Unrated. This movie is unrated, which means if you are 17, that you can see this, and they felt it was important enough because number one, they wanted kids to be able to go see this movie and maybe not see it with their mom and dad.
Why?
Maybe this is a subject matter that they want to just kind of address alone and bring some attention to.
I mean, like, how you gonna get to the movies? You just gonna lie?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see.
You're going to see Hunger Games
and then go see Bully.
That's the thing.
Can we talk about
If it's
being
unrated,
bullied?
I mean, they don't enforce any age limits. That's the whole thing about
But
being
what about
unrated.
parents enforcing parenting?
But you just drop your kids
doesn't
off.
happen all that much,
It was parenting.
Now, one of the things about not having a rating, besides the fact that it opens the doors for certain people to get in to see it, is that some theaters will not be able to play this movie.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
That's definitely something
This
else.
is so retarded.
Now in Canada,
It's the law.
they gave it a
Oh.
PG rating. The film board in Canada gave it a PG rating. So now Lee Hirsch, who is the director, he had this to say. He said, the small amount of language in the film that's responsible for the R rating is there because it's real. It's what the children who are victims of bullying face on most days. Hirsch said in a statement, all of our supporters see that, and we're grateful for the support we've received across the board. I know that the kids will come, so it's up to the theaters to let them in.
Yeah, homie, it's real, homie. It's really real out here. It's
really real.
It's real, like
rough.
it's like in the movies.
Exactly.
Yeah, Dangerous Mind.
Now I saw a few clips of it. One of them, there was like a little kid, and he was on the bus, and they were like, slapping him and punching him, and
For no reason.
Yeah, he would just kind of take it. Like, now, have you guys ever been bullied before? Have you ever been a victim
I've
of
been
bullying?
teased. Does that count?
Sure, it could be mental, right? Mental, physical
Well,
bullying.
I mean, your mama battles. Does that count as being bullied?
No.
You said your mama?
Your mama battles.
Who's that? Oh,
your
your
mama
mama
is-
Your
is
mama
so.
battles.
Oh, gotcha.
Is that being bullied?
Your mama
if you
is
dishing
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any retaliation whatsoever deems it not bullyable.
Well, I gotta say, I have been bullied, and maybe it was just a mental scare. I was just kind of a scary little kid anyway. Like, I never really wanted. I wasn't big on confrontations, and it wasn't until I took like ninjutsu, became a ninja, a little ninja master, that some of that stopped.
Some of it stopped.
Yeah. And when I was in grade school in the 70s, and they were just desegregating school, being the first black kid and formerly predominantly.
And you're light skinned too, by the way. I mean, you're not like right.
Yeah. But that just goes to show you the illogical nature of racism. But yeah, I caught a little bit. And you know the cure? Take one down. You have to throw a punch. You gotta throw one.
Just got really hard.
You just gotta throw one.
You don't want to get hit with this.
It'll be the last time you get bullied.
No, not necessarily. But it's you will
twice.
be less likely to be bullied in the future by
Hit him and run.
if you sit around hit him and run.
Hit him and run.
Hit him and run.
Take that.
Take one
As
down.
you run around the corner.
Take one down.
He's coming to get me.
It may not be the last time.
Yeah.
But it certainly will decrease the frequency.
Yeah, I think that's the.
My sister tried that one time. She tried to she threw a phone. No, she didn't try it. She did. She threw a phone at me from across the room. It was kind of like you pick it up. It had the
rotaries.
Yeah.
Were you bullying her?
Well,
See,
Of course you were. You were a
That
big
don't
brother.
count.
That's what big
Probably.
brothers do.
You can get bullied
Right.
by your.
I wouldn't call it
siblings.
bullying. I thought it was playful.
Yeah.
I thought it was
It's-
loving playfulness
Yeah, it's
of the
parenting.
big brother nature.
Parenting in the absence of
That's
parents.
brother nature.
Exactly.
I get that.
So she chucked the phone from across the room.
Did you duck?
No, it hit me in the
I
head.
was gonna say
Yeah.
And it was, and I heard ringing for
that wasn't the phone.
I heard ringing for a few minutes, and once
90
I
seconds.
realized she was going down the block, so
Because the phones back in the day,
Yeah.
they were big,
Yeah.
healthy,
they were
rugged
They
pieces
were.
of equipment.
Pieces of machinery.
anyway. That's gonna do it for us today, y'all.
Oh man, I ain't get to tell my story.
So let me say thank you to you guys. Your story, boys. Say thank you to Alan Trend, DB Funky, Guest 36604205, Neil Bishop. We also want to say thank you to our friend Quentin Murphy
60
for
seconds.
joining us today on the show. Want to thank all of you listening live and in archive. Appreciate it. Because if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be where we are today. So big ups to you. Don't forget, we are here every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on blogtalkradio.com/Damon Nolan. You can also find the higher quality audio over there on youtube.com/Damon Nolan. You get that? That'll be available as well.
A little bit.
All right, so that's going to do it for us, y'all. Have a wonderful Tuesday. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then,
Get back to work.
deuces.
Ten seconds. Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.